Hey guys, so today I just decided to film a get ready with me type of thing, just do my makeup and walk you through everything that I do. So the first step that I do is I take my Mario Badescu moisturizer and I just apply that all over my face. And I like this because it's not too greasy, but it does have SPF in it, which, like, I'm a very fair person. And it doesn't break me out, which is nice. I'm breaking out right now though because, you know, homegirl's on her period, so. Or I'm about to get it, like, you know, and you can just tell. Okay. So now that that's all applied, I'm gonna go ahead in my drawer here and grab my, I'm just gonna get my stuff out really quickly. Let's see. Grab this, and this, and probably this. And I think that might be, I'll grab all the palettes and stuff I need for my face. I'm just gonna take some chapstick and put that on now. That way my lips aren't really dry when I go to put on some lipstick. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot Insta Perfecting Power Primer. And I like this because it mattifies my face. It's almost like the POREfessional, but it doesn't cover your pores as much. But I'm pretty sure this was only like $9 or $12 from Ulta, so that's pretty good. And I think with my foundation today, I'm gonna try something new. I usually apply my foundation with a beauty blender, but I think I'm just gonna use a brush today just to see how it works out for me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and scoot closer. Okay, so let me just actually move this closer. Okay, so now the next thing I'm gonna do after I applied my primer is take my under eye primer, just in case I decide to do some concealer, and I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. And this is just, I mean, it likes to brighten my eyes up a little bit and helps my concealer stick a little bit more if I need it. And I got that, I think I used to have Sephora Play, but they started sending me like stuff that I didn't really like. So next I'm taking my Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Spray and just spraying that all over and letting that dry out. And while I'm letting that dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get my brushes ready. Okay, so now that that's all dried out, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Lancome foundation. Give that a shake and just put some pumps on my hand. And then I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Amazonian Kabuki brush and just dab that all over, get some on my face before I start blending it out. Try and get all the product off my hand and then just go in. I think that applied it pretty good. I mean, there's some spots that need some more coverage. I'll go ahead and open the curtain so I can get some more light. Okay. So I think I am gonna go in with a second coat. Well, I need to do my neck still, so I'm just gonna put a couple of pumps directly. Oh, I think I'm running out. Oh, girl. Yep. She's on her last legs. Okay. Just gonna blend this on my neck. And I like to create like almost like a V shape because my foundation's just a little bit darker than I am, because I got my summer shade, but I'm not my summer shade yet. Okay. I was my summer shade when I first bought this foundation, just because I had a fall field hockey tournament and got some nice sun on me. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Mary Kay Full Cover Concealer in Ivory and just put that along my cheeks where I have some more blemishes. I'm just going to apply that with my fingers and blend it out with the same brush, I think, is what I'm going to end up doing. Okay. And so now that I have that put on, I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. All right. I'm gonna let that set itself and go ahead and do my eyebrows. And I'm going to be using, I'm not sure the brand of this, but it's like a multicolor eyebrow palette. And I'm just gonna take this shade right here and go ahead and do my eyebrows real quick. And when I do my eyebrows, I like to do a little bit darker since my hair is colored right now. It just seems to look better with it. Alright, and then I'm just gonna comb that out with the spoolie side of this brush, and this brush is Kirkland Signature makeup brush from Costco. Okay, and so my foundation's pretty much set, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just put it underneath my eyes just to hide some bags. And this is in the shade Light. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques little mini blender and just blend that out. And really press that in underneath the eye. And my mirror is down here, so that's why I'm looking down. All right, and now we're just gonna go ahead and take the NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat powder foundation, and I'm just gonna brush that with my Sephora Kabuki brush onto my face to set everything. And I don't like baking because I think it takes too long, and it's honestly too much effort, and there's flashback issues. It just isn't for me, really. Okay, and now that that's set, I'd like to take a denser Kabuki brush and just pat in where I have some more, like my more obvious bumps. And it helps to hide it just a little bit more. Not perfect, but we're not striving for absolute perfection. We're just getting there. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Pro Glow palette and take the powder contour and sculpt. And I like to put on a heavy contour and then blend it out. So that's what I'm gonna do here. My sundress keeps falling down. I'm gonna tighten the straps a little bit. I'll do that later. And then I just like to bring that up a little bit up here. Make my forehead look a little bit smaller. And then go underneath the jawline. Try and get rid of that double chin. And then that was, I'm not sure what brush this is. It doesn't have a name on it because it's pretty old. And then I'm just gonna take another Kirkland Signature synthetic brush and blend this out. Okay, and now I'm gonna take, where did I put that? The Tarte blush, and I forgot to get my blush brush out. Okay, and this is a Michael Myron blush brush. I'm just gonna take Tarte in the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Insightful. And you have to be really careful with these blushes because they are really pigmented. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap off the excess and just put it right above my contour. And you know, if you ever go a little too heavy with the blush, you can always just blend it out, so don't worry about any of that. I never do anyways. Because, you know, makeup's all about doing what you like to do, not what others want you to do. And I think I'm pretty happy with the blush application today because I want to just do like a nice like little girly type of moment. So now I'm going to take Stunner and Lit, so it's this shade and this one, and just mix the two and apply that right there. Ooh, yes girl. That is a moment. It is, I'm like living, I always, like I love the mixture between these two because it's like super bright and pigmented, and then it's like a gold shimmer to it, and then everyone's always like, girl, your highlight is always popping. So that's what I use, like always. I'm just putting on my Cupid's bow, and I always skip my chin because my chin sticks out a little far. And I don't want to necessarily draw attention to that. And I love my cheekbones, so I just like really slap that highlighter on there. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and take the Urban Decay primer in Sin and just put that on my eyelids. Just to prime them, get them ready for the eyeshadow. And then, you know, I think I'm gonna use some tape, girl. Like, you can never go wrong with tape. It's okay to use it. Like, and I like to use surgical tape because it doesn't take off the foundation you just put on there. It's really similar to like eyeshadow shields. The material of it, and I just take this and I rip it in half to get like clean lines on both sides, and just stick that sucker on. Right now I'm just making sure that they're even. Alright, that's where I want them. Well, this one's a little far out. Alright, there we go. And so then I'm going to go in with the Tartelette and Bloom palette, and I'm just going to take a shader brush and go in with Flower Child to set that primer, make it easier for me to blend shadows out. So yeah, today I'm just going home for Father's Day. Right now I'm up at school, so I've got a 2-hour drive ahead of me, but that's all right. It's okay. It's all good. It's Gucci. All right, so now I'm gonna take, I think today I'm gonna use, I'm gonna start off with the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette and go in with the shade Mocha, which is this shade right here, and just start with a transition color. And I don't want to do something too heavy today, but you know, I'm always so extra, so whenever I do my makeup, I do my makeup. If you know what I mean. If not, sorry. Okay, and then I think I want to go in with, no, I don't think I want any of those colors. Let's see. I think I'm going to go in with Nooner and use the, I'm just using this to clean the brushes in between shades. I got it from TJ Maxx. So I'm going in with the Naked 3 palette in the shade Nooner, which is just like a nice rosy, girly little mauve color. It's like a pink mauve, more of a pink mauve. It's like a little bit pinkier, but it's still got that deep, like brownish hue to it as well, which is nice. And I'm just, my mirror's down here again, so that's why I keep leaning forward. I'm trying to keep my eyes in frame for you guys. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that brush off. And I think I might dip back into that later, but we'll see. So now I'm just gonna take my, let's see, what colors do I want to use? Because I think I want a dark brown to go on the outer V, a darker, ooh. So I think I'm going to go in with Charmed, I'm Sure, which is this color right here from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And just, oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. Dab that on and blend it into the crease just a little bit. And I love the scent of this palette. Like, it's so like nice and fragrant, and it's just fruity, and I love peaches. And it reminds me of like the peach rings that you get. Like, I have a giant up here that has like the little candy section where you can fill the bags with peach rings and weigh them and everything. I just love it. Like, my favorite candy is caramellos, but peach rings are a close second. And caramellos are from Cadbury. All right. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm trying to decide between Marzipan in the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and Luscious in the Peach palette. Luscious is this shade right here, and Marzipan is this one right here. And I think I'm gonna do both. I think I'm gonna go ahead with Marzipan closer towards the inner corner of my eye, and then go in with Luscious on the outer corner. Maybe I'll do Luscious and a little bit of Bellini, because the Bellini's got that girly peachy color to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Bella Pierre flat shader brush and just put Marzipan on the inner corner. And that's not really showing up as much as I really want it to. So I'm either gonna spray my brush or just keep patting it on. I think I'm just gonna stick with it because I am going for a girlier look, so it doesn't have to be too in your face, I guess. I'll probably end up putting something over top of it. Okay, so then I'm just gonna take I have two of the same brush. I'm gonna take the other brush and go in with Luscious from the Sweet Peach palette and just put that right there. Ooh, I like that. I think I'm gonna just go a little bit further with it than I had intended to. Yeah, that's nice. I like this. All right. Now I'm going to take Bellini, which is this shade right here, and just put it just a little bit out here, since we did cover Marzipan up. And now that I'm looking at this, if you just wanted to do this look with one palette, you could use Puree instead of Mocha in the beginning. Peaches and Cream to set, what other shades did I use? Nooner. You could try to use just Peachy, but it's a little darker. You might want to mix it with Cobbler, just Peachy and Cobbler together to get that Nooner shade. Or Summer Yum's kind of close to it. And then I did use Charmed, I'm sure, on the outer corner, this one right here. And then you just use Luscious and Bellini. I should have just done that. Like, dang, that would have been a lot easier. Maybe I'll make a one palette video for you guys. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Chocolate Bonbons palette, Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons, and I'm gonna go ahead and with the shade Divinity and just apply that underneath my eyebrow and down into here. And then I'm going to take Satin Sheets, which is this shade, and just apply it right under the eyebrow to give it just a little bit more of a highlight. Alright. And now I'm just going to take my Tarte Precision Longwear liner. This is what it looks like. It's a felt tip. And just go in and do the baseline first. And then I go ahead and just do the wing. Alright. And then I always end up going back in and trying to fix them, make sure that they're close to even. Okay, I think that's pretty even. I mean, it's not the best eyeliner, but it does the job. Alright. Where the heck did I just... Okay, I put the lid right there, and now I'm just taking the Ulta Brow Gel and setting my brows with that. And then I'm going to go ahead in with the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen Tarte palette and the shade Gator Wings. I always put that on the inner corner of my eye. Just dust that in. It's got a nice gold sheen to it. Yeah. And then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever liner and line my waterline. And then go ahead and do the underneath. Okay. And now I'm just going to take a dense, smaller shader brush. I'm pretty sure this is from Kirkland as well. And then go in with Charmed, I'm sure, underneath the bottom. From the Sweet Peach palette again. And this just is going to set this in place to stay, and as well just bring out my eye color a little more. See the difference? Nice, I like it. It makes my eyes look a little wider than they are as well, which I like. Alright. Now I'm just gonna throw on some mascara and some lipstick probably. Just clean it off. I'm gonna put on some mascara. We're gonna curl my lashes with my Tarte eyelash curler.